is full of men who take their love of cooking and turn it into a career. It hasn't always been as easy for a woman to have prestigious titles such as executive chef. Our next guest not only learned under a legend in the culinary industry, but has also cultivated her own success for more than 3 decades. Please welcome celebrity chef Sara Moulton. Hello there, Sara. And you didn't learn under just anybody. You learned under the great
Julia Child. She was something else. As you know, because you said you met her.
I interviewed her several years ago, and she was making a dish, and she had the wine, and she just did like a little bit of, like, in the wine. And I said, just a little bit? And she goes, yes, because the rest, darling, is for you. And she starts drinking. But she was so cool because I think she threw a lot of the men off guard because she was like, get out of my way, I know what I'm doing.
Well, and she was 6'3",
yeah.
So she was like, you know, pretty commanding. But yeah, she was a lot of fun.
All right. It has been in the industry, it's interesting that when you grow up in a home, traditionally the woman was the one cooking. But somehow when they get paid, it was a man who became a chef.
Very annoying, isn't it? Really?
Right.
Yeah.
We're starting to see that change.
Oh, we absolutely are. And you know, actually, I've worked with all men in kitchens. I worked in kitchens for 7 years, restaurant chefs, you know, as a chef. And I've worked with all men and all women in a mix. And I can really observe, and as the boss too, sometimes women are actually, I think, better in kitchens. I'll tell you why. Because we're good at multitasking.
Ah, there you go.
And also, we're good at stress. I mean, can you imagine a man giving birth to a child?
No.
I mean,
no,
really.
And they can't either.
No, they don't want to. They're like, thank you, you do it.
But you're right, you talk about that stress. And when you are in a restaurant and you're in that kitchen, think about what you're doing at home for a family.
You have to be very even keel, and you have to keep a million things in mind at once. Women are really good at it. I love men in the kitchen, too. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, women should be there.
Yeah. All right. So your television show, Sara's Weeknight Meals.
Correct.
Part of that is give me good, but give me quick.
Right. Because not only was I a trained chef, but then I started working at Gourmet magazine, and I came home every night at 6 o'clock, and like everybody else, I wanted to get dinner on the table for my family. So I started really focusing on what do home cooks need to know to make dinner every night of the week.
Well, what you have right here, though, these are things that look like it took some time.
Nope.
Okay.
This takes 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is really quick and easy. It's got sausage and you know, fire roasted tomatoes and a tiny bit of cream and some Parmesan. Oh, let me put Parmesan on your little bite.
A little bit right there.
And then just some frozen peas you throw in at the last minute. And it all comes to that, and it's comfort food. And you learn something in every recipe in this book, and this is how to cook pasta, which includes finishing the pasta in the sauce, so it absorbs the sauce.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna back up to your book. And that's the great thing about it is that there are lots of cookbooks out there that have a recipe.
Yeah.
But you learn things about food that you can also transfer to other dishes, and you learn to become your own chef.
Well, that's the whole point. That's why the subtitle of this is how to make everything taste better. So I, not only in the recipes, but in the first chapter, I talked to you about balancing flavors, how to use salt, how to use all your senses.
And where to cut corners, because you said frozen peas, and actually frozen peas can be just as good as fresh peas.
They're actually sometimes better. Yeah, and then, okay, so this is something, these are crepes. I think everybody should make crepes, because if you have crepes in the freezer, you have dinner on the table.
Yeah, you have dinner or dessert.
Right, because anything you put into tortilla, we're in Texas, you can put in a crepe. But you have to have the right pan. And so this is
your cookware.
Well, it's not mine, but
the one that you're.
The reason I'm here actually is because I'm on book tour almost all year with this wonderful little cookware company called Chantal, and this is Induction 21.
Yeah.
And so this is a crepe that we made. I'm just going to slide it up.
When you say induction, explain what that means, okay?
Okay.
So this is the stuff that you cook with here.
Well, it's Induction 21 because it works on an induction burner. They also work on a gas and electric, so they work on all, but they work really well on induction, and they've got all sorts of special metals in there. This is the one that's non-stick. There's plenty that aren't. And I see them as premium pans at an affordable price. And they're really pretty lightweight. I love them.
Yeah.
And what I love the most about them, they brown like crazy. So look at the beautiful color on this crepe. I mean, it's really, and you get it in no time at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I like your audience. Yay.
Thank
you.
They're hungry.
Thank you. But this is good stuff.
A lot of us discount the cookware. We'll buy the cheap stuff because it all looks the same, but it's not performing the same.
Premium at an affordable price.
Yeah.
And they also make this lovely little, these are called make and takes, and these ceramic containers. You can make a casserole or, and then they've got the gasket.
Yeah.
You can take it to a potluck and you can write on top of them. So like, let's say you left something for the husband and the kids at home, like lasagna. You could say, lasagna heated 350 for 30 minutes.
Nice.
It's all done.
Only my husband's the one that would leave the message for me because he's the cook in the
Oh,
family.
you are a spoiled woman.
I am.
But now you've told me about your meatloaf. I'm very excited about this. Okay, so there's everything in there. It's all different nationalities. I just had to show this because we're tomato season. And you want to drizzle a little bit of the dressing? And what this recipe shows is, first of all, you should always salt your tomatoes before you eat them and let them sit for 15, 20 minutes to concentrate the flavor. Salt is really important. And also that the dressing is, the base of it is tomatoes. So there's very little oil in there. So if you want to bulk up a dressing, add tomatoes, other vegetables, but there's ginger in there and soy sauce and garlic.
Well, you bulked it up, but at the same time, it doesn't
depth.
have a bunch of calories with it. It's wow, that's really good.
I keep that in mind with all of my recipes. Almost the whole book is entrees, but I do have life is short, have dessert. So those are bananas Foster crepes. And I have all sorts of tutorials in there. So I show, there's this beautiful French apple tart, and I then show you how to make it. So even if you could make it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have good knife skills.
Yeah.
So, but I don't, maybe you do.
Yeah, well, I know my way around the kitchen, but I just have a husband who'll do it for me. So, you know.
Oh, you are so lucky.
I have gotten spoiled.
My husband won't cook for me. He burns everything now. Oh.
You have traveled around the world.
I have.
And so I don't know how familiar you've gotten with Houston yet, but we've become this major food town now.
I understand. I'm very excited. I've got 2 dinners before I leave. So where should I eat?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you where you should eat. But what do you want to eat? Do you want something that's really Texas, or do you want?
Oh, really, Texas?
Yeah. You might have to bite into some barbecue.
Okay.
Okay. There you go, and some Tex-Mex, and
You
some real Mexican food.
probably can't commit to anybody else.
Yeah, I
on
can't.
air.
I'll just take you all around town. That's
Okay.
We're going on a food tour. How about that?
Yes. Can I mention my television
Absolutely.
show? So part of my mission, well, my main mission is to help people get dinner on the table every night of the week. So I have a show called Sarah's Weeknight Meals.
Right.
And I know it airs in Texas. And you can find it by going to my website, saramoulton.com, and hitting the button that says Sarah's Weeknight Meals, and it will tell you where you can find it.
Yeah, and again, the point is to make it quick, easy, but it's good, it's fresh.
And tips and tricks. And that's also what's in the book. Tons of tips and tricks.
Thank you very much,
Deborah.
So we have no excuses now. We have the great cookbook and the cookware to cook everything
Chantal,
in.
Induction 21, yep, and Home Cooking 101.
All right,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.